Hey, what's going on, guys? Brospectives here again. And today we're going to be talking about the progressive house song, The Veldt by Deadmau5. Well, first we're going to introduce the song. The Veldt is a progressive house song by Canadian electric music producer Deadmau5, featuring guest vocals by Chris James. The song ranked number 48 on Rolling Stone's 50 Best Songs of 2012, and the song is in the key of A major at a tempo of 128 beats per minute. There's also a music video that goes along with this song. An official music video was produced by Zimmerman, Deadmau5. Joel Zimmerman is his name in case you didn't realize that. And it made the official YouTube, it was landed on the official YouTube page in 2012, June 25th. It was produced by Kudos Animations, and he describes the music video as what it's based on. And the Veldt is actually based on a short story written by Ray Bradbury. As with the song goes, the video is based on The Veldt by Ray Bradbury. It shows two young children in the nursery, like an artificially created nursery for them in the future, and that they're running through a savanna with a landscape full of lions and vultures eating a corpse of some type of body with flies buzzing above it. The video itself is actually directed by Ray Bradbury, and he did it right before he actually died an untimely death. If you've ever played the video game Limbo, then you would know that it's in this type of style, and Limbo is actually a very kind of creepy-esque artsy kind of game, so that's the whole kind of mood that they wanted to give the Veldt, because if you think about it, well, I didn't tell you the story yet, so let's tell you the story. Well, first let's talk about the song title. The Veldt is named after a veldt. A veldt is basically a open, uncultivated country or grassland that is in Africa, and is conventionally classified as by altitude in a high Veld, middle Veld, and low Veld. Again, as I mentioned before, it's a short story written by Ray Bradbury, and it was originally appearing in The World the Children Made, and in the 23rd September 1950 issue of the Saturday Evening Post, it was published under its current name in the 1951 anthology, The Illustrated Man. Well, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the story. The Hadley family lives in an automated house called the Happy Life Home, filled with machines that do every task. The two children, Peter and Wendy, become fascinated with the nursery, a virtual reality room able to reproduce anything that they imagine. The parents, George and Lydia, begin to wonder if there is something wrong in their way of life. Lydia tells George that it's just it. I feel like I don't belong here. The house is the wife and mother now, and the nursemaid. Can I compete as the automatic scrub bath? Can I compete with the automatic scrub bath is like one of the things that she's questioning with herself. Can she compete with the robots? Or can I compete with an African Veldt rather than, just playing with your kids? Just the amazingness of technology is what the kids are choosing over, which is what I would choose and what any kind of kid would really choose in this type of day and age. They're also confused on why the nursery is stuck on an African setting. They're perplexed. Why would the children imagine this, and why would they want to keep it like this is what they're wondering. And with lions in the distance as well, eating dead figures. They're also finding out recreations of their personal belongings and hear strange familiar screams. They wonder why their children are concerned with the scene of death, as they decide to call a psychologist. The psychologist, David McLean, suggests that they turn off the house, move to the country, and learn to be more self-sufficient. The children, relying on the nursery, beg their parents to let them have one last visit. Who let them? When they come to fetch them, the children lock them in, and they're killed by a pride of lions. When David comes by to look for George and Lydia, he finds that the children enjoy lunch on the Veldt and sees the lions eating figures in the distance. This is revealed to be George and Lydia, and those remains were in the figures eating as in the lion early on. So they already reproduced them eating their parents. So they reproduced their parents being eaten. They imagined it, so the computer generated it, but the computer probably couldn't tell that the difference between the actual program and actual human, and ended up getting themselves eaten. That is the context and backstory, so let's go through some lyrics then, shall we? Let's start it off with the first verse. Happy life with the machines scattered around the room. Look what they made it for me. Happy technology. Outside the lions roam, feeding through the remains, on the remains, I'm sorry, jeez. We'll never leave, just look at us now, so in love with the way we are. This is pretty self-explanatory because based on the story, they're happy technology, helping them generate the scene that they wanted. They're eating on the reins, they're so happy, they can't get out of this state, but they're kids. The world that the children made here, it's referring to the world that they actually generated with the computer. Every night they rock us to sleep. Digital family, is it real or is it a dream? Can you believe in machine? Outside in the heating sun, can you hear the screams? We'll never leave, just look at us now, so in love in the way we are. So advanced that they can't even tell whether or not it's real or a dream, and they can hear the screams in the background of their parents dying, but they're ignoring it completely because the parents kind of failed to be parents if you think about it. This is kind of analyzing the story itself now, but the parents literally became the robots that are running the children's world, creating it for them. They'd created more of a world for them than the parents did, and the parents kind of failed in that fact, so they actually deserve to die, I believe. And then that's pretty much all the lyrics, just a little more instrumentals. There's an 8-minute version, and there's a radio edit, which is like 3 minutes. But pretty much that's self-explanatory for these lyrics. It's based on a story, and it mentions a lot about society, like where are we going? We're going to lose that human connection pretty soon. We already do through social media, I'd say. Even through this, I would love to talk to you in person rather than through this video and discuss things. But it's the future that we're moving to, so if you ever have kids, just don't let them let you get eaten by lions. And with that said, brothers and sisters, Brospectives out.